Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.
Kia ora koutou, my active whānau, and welcome to the radioactive.fm Active Live, brought to you with support from our wonderful friends at New Zealand Music On Air. My name is Mia, and I have a wonderful treat for this classic dreary Wellington day. I have the wonderful Louis Baker and his band in the studio. Kia ora, guys. How are we doing?
Kia ora. Good to be here.
Yeah. So excited to have you. Now we've been graced with your presence today because you guys are on the last stop of the tour, touring Love Levitate, an album which came out on the 18th of June.
Yeah. So we got the last show tomorrow at the Opera House. It's been an awesome tour, man. We just got started, but it feels like we need some more shows.
Yeah.
We need 10 more shows, but it's been really nice. It's been a blast.
Amazing. Have you guys had a favourite night of the tour so far?
I don't know. What do you guys reckon? You had a little favourite night of the...
I think Christchurch was pretty awesome. At the James Hay Theatre, that was such a great vibe.
Yeah, for sure. And also loved Auckland. That was a special vibe, for sure. Had Kings, Nathan Haynes, JY and Guy on the horns. So it was cool, yeah.
Amazing. Cool. So should we rip into a track? What's the first one you guys have up today?
The first tune we're going to do is a song called Brighter Day, which is kind of like a dedication to my koro, who was a commanding officer in the 28th Māori Battalion.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Generations come and generations go. Younger look to the ones who walked the way before. And I know there's greater meaning in the little things we go through day to day. Come what may. Saw the house burning down right in front of your eyes. When there's nothing left to lose, how do you leave the past behind? Turned it all around, with your feet still on the ground. Don't cry, dry your eyes. So you're looking for a brighter day. Looking for a brighter day. Hope you find that brighter day. Sending love in this letter to you, my friend. Looking in the mirror and you search for the words to say. Knowing what you've been through, I wish I could take the pain away. And I know there's greater meaning in the little things we go through day to day. Come what may, so we're looking for a brighter day. Looking for a brighter day. Oh, hope you find that brighter day. Yeah. Sending love in this letter to you, my friend. Then a new day comes and I can start to see. When the evening's done, it all comes down to me. Dreams are never lost, time is all we need. And just thinking about the love we leave. So you're looking for a brighter day.
I hope you find a brighter day.
Looking for a brighter day.
I hope you find a brighter day.
Hope you find that brighter day.
I hope you find a brighter day.
Sending love in this letter to you, my friend. Hope you find that brighter day.
Looking.
Oh, find that brighter day.
Looking.
Yeah. Hope you find that brighter day.
Looking.
Yeah. Sending love in this letter to you, my friend.
Absolutely beautiful track. Such heavenly harmonies on that one. And I love that the context of that is for your grandfather. How did he become the inspiration for that track and for your other music as well?
Yeah, he's definitely an inspiration. We have Kirsten Trito and Moana Leota on the BVs today, so blessed. Yeah, that inspired me because I was reading a letter that he had basically written to his cousin in 1941, and it just outlined all of the tough stuff. That's a euphemism, I guess. All the hellish things that they've been through over in that war. Crete, Alamein, Greece, and it's just like it's just one of those letters where he just keeps looking at the bright side, looking at the kind of positives, and that really inspired me to write the song. Yeah.
Amazing, yeah, an important thing for us to remember in this day and age when it's a lot nicer than it was back then.
Yeah.
So there is the four of you today, but this isn't the full setup that we're going to be seeing tomorrow night at the Opera House?
No, so today we have our man Hemi Ills on the keys, the girls obviously, and yeah, we're going to be having Johnny Lawrence on the bass, Corey Champion on the drums, and Eilish on the flute and sax, and Mike on the trumpet as well. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Cool, and how did you guys come to be playing together?
I don't know. I think Welly's kind of one of those places. It's like it's pretty tight knit. If you didn't meet someone at jazz school or at a music school or something, you would have met them at the local gig somewhere playing. So yeah, I think we probably cross paths with all of those things. Yeah.
Cool. And when did the Louis Baker project begin for you? Like, how did you come to be making music?
I started out playing guitar and metal bands when I was like 13. And then, I was just really obsessed by the guitar. And then I ended up doing a songwriting thing when I was 17, did Play It Strange, and that was where I wrote my first song. And then after that, went to jazz school and, dug into the craft and just love writing songs. So that's kind of, been lucky to have it take me around the world. And it's something I definitely don't take for granted. Yeah.
Amazing. And the track that you guys just played is off the new album, Love Levitates. Can you talk to me a bit about the process of this album and how you've been writing it?
Yeah. So for sure, it's been an album that has been created through, last year and kind of lockdown, and I was making it prior to that and demoing things with the producer Devin Abrams, better known for working with Shapeshifter, Drax Project, Dallas Tomato. He's our man, doing the production, so he had a big part in creating that sonic for the record. And that was probably 2 years ago, that we started it, and then we ended up doing all the live tracking and the surgery in Wellington at Lee Preble's spot, and that was really cool. So, tracking drums, tracking live bass, tracking keys and guitars and BVs and things like that. But I did a lot of it at home as well, and at Devon's place in Hawke's Bay. Yeah.
Oh, sick. So the process is a lot of you bringing a song to him, or you guys kind of came up with the ideas together?
Some of the stuff we actually wrote together, yeah. And I think a lot of the stuff I kind of already had and brought in, and already had a few ideas. So a bit of both. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, because it's got lots of really beautiful electronic production on it. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
And how did you find it different from your first album, Open, which you released in 2019? Did you find that there were any challenges in creating the second album?
Yeah, I think the first album, I went to LA, I did it with Steve Rush. It was very much so an overseas venture of writing and producing and tracking stuff over in LA and London. This was very much so in Welly and a little bit in Auckland and mostly in Hawke's Bay as well. So, yeah, I think we were lucky that as artists, I guess through lockdown, one thing that we can do is make music and create, and that was definitely a silver lining. But there's always challenges, like, you know, NZ On Air. They're someone that has supported me immensely since I've, you know, started making music and things. So likewise with Radioactive as well. So yeah, hats off. You know, it doesn't really exist. That kind of music can go out there and get out there for sure, but it may not have the quality, you know, if you don't have someone like NZ On Air or a label maybe backing you for those things that cost money, you know. And me as an artist, I don't always have money. So, but yeah, so it's always full of challenges, but full of richness as well, you know.
Yeah. Shouts out to anyone funding music in this industry.
Yeah,
So good.
we need it.
And I saw you guys played a show with the Auckland Philharmonic Orchestra. How was that experience? That must be amazing, having a whole orchestra to play with.
So knockout, man. It was just like, yeah, next level. There's nothing like playing with a 70-piece orchestra on stage. And that was with the Auckland Philharmonia Orchestra in Auckland in February, which was supposed to be last year in September. So, you know, we were lucky that we got to do it in the end. And we had, you know, arrangers working. Mahuia Bridgman Cooper did all the arrangements, you know, so he's working away in the background and there's people putting it on. So, yeah, it takes a village, you know, to make something like that happen, for sure.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Well, I'm pretty keen to hear another track from you guys. What have we got up next?
We've got a song called Into Your Life, which is off the new record. Let me in your life. So caught up all the time. I think we capture the essence when we don't try. So let it be, let it happen. Let the colors flow to your mind. Let me into your life. Waves keep on throwing me side to side. Undertow and overflow. It can be so unsteady sometimes. Let me into your life. Your life. Hazing this whiskey is blowing out my brain. All the things we could see if we just had a new perception. I think we capture the essence when we don't try. And let it be, let it happen. Let the colors flow to your mind. Let me into your life. Waves keep on throwing me side to side. Undertow and overflow. It can be so unsteady sometimes. Let me into your life. Oh, let me into your life. Let me into your life. Let me into your life. Yeah. Let me into your life. Let me into thank you.
So dreamy. If you've just joined us, you're tuned into the Radioactive Active Live session, and we have the wonderful Louis Baker and his band. Such a cool track. It's so powerful when all three of you, like, and the vocals kick in. It's amazing. So the lyrical
Thanks so much.
content of the last couple songs is very like emotional and honest.
Yeah.
What are your inspirations behind your lyric writing? Is it about people that are like close to you, or do you write about certain events? You've mentioned your grandfather already.
Yeah. That song, I was on the phone to my old man, and I was kind of in this weird space of, thinking I would give up on music because it can be quite a tricky road, to make a living and all those things. So he just encouraged me, and that's what that song was about. So yeah, Into Your Life is kind of about letting good things into your life and not self-sabotaging or being self-critical overly, those things. Yeah, what I would, lyrics, I would say is driven by reading, love reading philosophy mainly, and like poetry, all sorts of poetry. So yeah, it's the main driver.
Beautiful. Just going off you saying that was about your struggles in the music industry, do you have any advice for maybe musicians out there who are on the road, becoming musicians, touring and things, and how you go about that?
I think number one, you got to believe that you got something to say. You got to believe that you have a worth. That's really important, because everyone does. Your unique life experience is your own, and no one can take that away from you. So that's what I would say, number one. For artists out there, what else can I give you? I'd say be clear on what you want to do. Like have a goal, have a goalpost somewhere. Like have some kind of place that you're aiming for, and be quite clear on that. Because too often us as musos, we go, oh yeah, I want to tour the world and I want to play and I want to do all this stuff, but maybe that's not clear enough. Maybe I want to play this venue, I want to do it with these players, I want to do it at this time. Be measured. And then maybe number three is like knowing what your message is and being clear on that, so that people can kind of. It's not always the most important thing. Like sometimes it can be more abstract, but yeah, have a message. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. And I was going back to how you were, the first album, you were quite international with your recording and things. But post-COVID, I guess you've just been in New Zealand. Has that changed your process quite a lot for you?
Yeah, it was good, man. Like it was cool. Just hung out here, made some music. We got to work with some local vibes and, local players support this kind of buzz here in New Zealand. It was cool. Yeah, it worked well. Like, I guess, when you're traveling, you get inspired in other ways. So that's something cool about that too. But yeah, there's nothing quite like making some music at home. It's a good vibe.
And you must have a few releases sort of under the belt. Are you still releasing the stuff internationally as well?
Yeah. I guess like it's all released digitally, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and so it's all out there, and you can. I think I'm going to do a physical pressing soon for the new album as well.
Sweet as.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favourite track you like to play live? Maybe everyone.
I don't know. What do we like to play?
I love Love Levitates.
Yeah.
Love Levitates?
Love Levitates, yeah.
Cool.
It's my faves.
Yeah, that's got a pretty epic vibe. Kazihemi on the keys goes pretty hard at the start, just setting a nice little vibe for everybody. That's cool. And I said to him the other day, I was like, maybe we could make it sound kind of like cherry blossoms in Japan. And he just instantly got it and started making all this beautiful little beautiful sounds. So that's what I'm working with, you know. I get to work with these awesome humans. Yeah, that's probably one of the ones I love. Also, Overdrive as well. That's pretty killer to play. Yeah.
And you're just gonna have to go and listen to the album if you want to hear these tracks.
Yeah.
Plug that quickly.
Come to the show tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at the Opera House. And there's still tickets available?
Yeah, there's a few tickets for the Opera House. So yeah, just hit up louisbaker.co.nz, I think is the best way.
Beautiful. Sweet. So we'll have another track from you guys. What's the one that we've got next?
It's called Black Crow. Yeah. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bathe my hands in indigo. Make me pure like a driven snow. Yes, this world keeps turning, but so hard to stay on the bright side of the road. Make me smooth like a river stone. I can't seem to shake the black crow from my shoulder. Out here, it's so cold. These dark skies watching over, wait for sunrise. Wish this black crow would just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone, yeah. Leave me alone. Take me from this thundercloud. Pull me up from the frozen ground. Oh, yes, this world keeps turning, so easy to stray when you can't see love around. In this life, there are things that we just can't be without. I can't seem to shake the black crow from my shoulder. Out here, it's so cold. These dark skies watching over, wait for sunrise. Wish this black crow would just leave me alone. Oh no, no, leave me alone. Leave me alone, yeah. Leave me alone. I can't seem to shake the black crow from my shoulder. Out here, it's so cold. These dark skies washing over, wait for sunrise. Wish this black crow would just leave me alone. Oh no, no, leave me alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I can see Don Lucido's having a big old boogie in studio.
Oh man.
There.
Hats off to Dawn. Yourself as well. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So you can catch Louis Baker and his band tomorrow night at the Opera House, and there's still tickets available, along with Junior Oaks, I believe, is the support for this one.
Yeah, our man Junior Oaks is going to be opening up the night, so it's going to be beautiful.
Amazing, and it's the last stop of the Love Levitate tour. And you can also listen to the album on all your streaming services. Cool. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. It's been absolutely beautiful, and thanks so much to NZ On Air for supporting this one. Kia ora.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
Thanks.
Kia ora.
Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.
Here at Active, we like to kick the weekend off early. And that begins with the Friday Flow, hosted by the Flow